Let's go ahead and take a look at your own personal finance and financial tools for a better future for you guys. And you and I, we can run a lot of debt. So we run a lot of debt in order to finance our education, in order to buy a car, we have mortgages, our house. But one of the largest pieces of debt that you and I have that we typically use on an everyday basis is going to be credit card debt. So let's take a closer look at credit card debt. Credit card debt. So nearly $1 trillion worth of credit card debt in the United States because people like you and I, we just like to buy things right now and like to pay later. So in terms of credit cards, these credit card corporations, they basically want to sign up as many people as they can for their credit cards for very good reasons. So before we get into that particular reason, what are a few different ways that these credit card companies can get people to sign up for their card? You may think about promotional low interest rates. They may give you some type of cash back. They may give you some type of airline miles or some type of other rewards. We can collectively call all of these some type of teaser rates. Teaser rates. So basically they're trying to incentivize people to sign up for their card and get as many people to sign up for their card as possible. So here we're going to just say formally these are promotional low interest rates. Let me write this a little bit better. So promotional low interest rates offered by lenders for a short period of time to attract new customers. So here, these teaser rates are promotional low interest rates offered by lenders for a short period of time to attract new customers. And they don't have to be just low interest rates. They can be the cash back, they can be the airline miles, they can be some type of other reward for signing up for this particular card. And basically, the reason why credit card companies want to sign up as many new customers as before by offering these particular teaser rates is because they know the power of compound interest. So compound interest, our good friend. So we hit on the idea of compound interest in chapter number 7. Here, we want to go ahead and see how compound interest is going to be affecting you if you run credit card debt year after year after year after year. Remember, compound interest is the idea that growth can grow upon previous growth. And basically, it is the job of credit card companies to put you into debt because the more debt that you find yourself in, the more and more money the credit card companies are going to make. So here, take a look at the idea of compound interest. So suppose that you go on a $1,000 shopping spree and your credit card is offering you a 10% interest rate. And suppose that you don't make any payments on this $1,000 at all. At the end of year number 1, you're going to owe $1,100. At the end of year number 2, you owe the credit card company $1,210. And at the end of year number 3, you owe $1,331, and then so on. So basically, this is compound interest at its crux. Basically, it's going to be growth upon growth upon growth. So it's going to be 10% on this 1,100, then 10% on this 1,210, then 10% on this 1,331. It just keeps on growing year after year after year. So suppose that you go on a $1,000 shopping spree, you have a 10% interest rate on your credit card, and suppose you don't make any payments for 30 years. Your $1,000 shopping spree has essentially ballooned all the way to $17,449.40. So you owe the credit card company this large amount right here. In 30 short years, you've essentially almost 20-fold times increased how much you need to pay the credit card company. It's insane how fast compound interest can work. But this is something that also works in the opposite direction as well. So suppose that you find an investment, you insert $1,000 into this investment, and it pays you 10% compound interest yearly. That tells you at the end of 30 years, you also have this amount right here. So $17,449.40. And in that case, you would be very happy with this amount. So what we want to do in this particular section is to see exactly how we get from the starting value all the way to this ending value. So we want to get the specific value right here. We don't want to be working with approximations anymore. So no more rule of 70 or rule of 72. We want to actually get into the finance behind it. And that's where the time value of money comes in with this compound interest formula. Here we work with a few variables. We take a look at the future value. Future value. It's going to be equal to the present value. Present value. We take a look at 1 plus the interest rate, 1 plus the interest rate, and we're going to raise this to the time period. So here, this is the most typical finance formula that you're going to see. It is the time value of money. It tells you what the future value of your money is going to be. It's going to be equal to the present value, so the current time period, multiplied by 1 plus the interest rate, raised to the time period. So we just want to go ahead and insert the few numbers that we know in order to get the specific value. So typically we are going to be trying to solve for the future value, so that's going to be our unknown, FV. We can shorthand that for future value. Our present value is that $1,000 that we put onto our credit card. So present value, we have a $1,000 shopping spree. What was our interest rate? It's 10%, so 1 plus the interest rate. It's important to put this interest rate into decimal form, so 0.10 right here. Don't just put the 10 as a whole number right here. You will get a very, very high number, so you do want to be sure to insert this as a decimal form for the interest rate. And then we want to raise this to the time period, so we raise it to the 30th year. There is going to be a more complex time value of money formula that you're going to see in your finance classes. So the time can be sort of compounded annually, it can be compounded quarterly or monthly, but this is the simple form that we're going to be working with in this particular section. So future value equals $1,000 times 1 plus 0.10 raised to the 30th time period. You insert this into your calculator, and what number do you get? You notice that the future value is exactly equal to that $17,449.40. So we get that specific dollar amount. So your $1,000 shopping spree has ballooned all the way to $17,449.40 if you don't make any payments on that shopping spree at all. Remember, it does work in this opposite case as well. Suppose that you invest $1,000 into the stock market. That means you'd have roughly $17,450 at the end of 30 years. So power of compound interest shown right here. Let's go ahead and do one more example and see exactly how quickly values can add up under compound interest. So suppose that you spend, say, $950, say, for Black Friday. So for Black Friday, or you just want to go on another shopping spree. Maybe you want to buy $950 worth of toilet paper or hand sanitizer. Doesn't really matter. So here you spend $950 for Black Friday. Suppose that your credit card gives you a 15% interest rate. So this is a more typical interest rate that you're going to see on a credit card, 15 to 20% usually. And we want to see exactly how much you're going to owe the credit card company in 20 years. So once again, just changing the values up a little bit, but we're going to be still using the same formula that we have right here. Insert the numbers that you know. Future value is going to be our unknown. The present value, you spend $950 today, so you put that right there. The interest rate is 15%, so 1 plus 0.15. Don't forget to put it into decimal form. That's going to be a very important step. Otherwise, you're going to turn into a wrong answer, so 0.15. And we're going to raise this to the 20th time period. Once again, the orders of operation do matter. You insert this into your calculator, and you're going to owe the credit card company $15,548.21. So here, very small amount, compounded very, very quickly in a very short amount of time period. And once again, you can go ahead and put this in the opposite case. You put $950 into, say, the stock market. You generate 15% interest or 15% return. At the end of 20 years, you'll have $15,550. So here, the time value of money with the present value, future value formula that you see right here, and you will encounter this in your finance classes over and over again, and you'll manipulate it with a few more variables as well. So what this section is just basically showing us is exactly why credit card companies want to put you into debt. Even if you make the minimum payments onto your credit card, this value can balloon very, very quickly, which leads us into the big idea of saying that, hey, if you want a better future for yourself, you shouldn't be incurring a big amount of debt, you should be learning how to budget and planning exactly for your future. So essentially, eliminating high interest credit card debt can result in tremendous savings over your lifetime. You don't want to put everything that you have onto your credit card if you can't pay it off right away. If you can't pay it off right away, then this scenario will exactly emerge for you where you end up owing the credit card company a lot of money. Basically, you're just paying off interest and nothing towards the principal amount. And that's not going to be something that you want at all. With all of this in mind, learning how to budget, learning how to keep your sort of spending habits in control, making sure that you ask for raises every single year from your employer, just to make sure that you maintain your purchasing power and making sure that you don't end up in a situation like we have right here. Knowing this, we want to go ahead and turn our attention a little bit more towards retirement, so over a longer period of time. In the last video for this particular section, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the different type of retirement accounts and see exactly why you guys should be investing today for your retirement and not a moment later. So here, the best time to go ahead and start planning for retirement was years ago. The second best time is right now. So let's go ahead and take a closer look at the different retirement accounts, see the similarities and differences between all of them, and basically we can turn your very small amount, say $1,000 today, and turn it into something like $20,000 in 30 years. So in the final section, as we said, we'll go ahead and take a closer look at all of these retirement accounts for your own personal finance.